Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Cowboys coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. A first down throw for Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Prescott on play action. That is caught by Lamb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Pollard. Broken tackle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They get this out left. Touchdown! Brandon Cooks from a yard out. And the Cowboys are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage or amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready?
Ritter back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Prescott, he's going to change things up here. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ritter. And he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing. Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now an audible here into something else. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and that touchdown Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once, maybe defensively. Now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2, 3 times. He's got to be careful here. Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles. What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives? Yeah. 3 fumbles? 3 fumbles. It's time to change your luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it is 42-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. And he's got his man on the out route. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL. Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands. Ritter has it knocked down. On 2nd down, here's the option. It's picked up by the... And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Falcons offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Back to throw, Ritter. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ritter will set up to throw it. Got a man, it's Robbie Chosen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ritter now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Now this first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
Second down and a run by Robinson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin.
That's taken on the 25. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, within the 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Watch out now. 50 series. Blue, check. Yellow, lining. Smith, red.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now.
Taking it about the 36. A nice little juke. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. Where the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
On play action, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on him.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Ready.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Robinson with another carry.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense,
making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Cowboys just continue to roll. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football.
Okay, right?
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoid. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Prescott sliding out of the pocket.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys extend their lead yet again. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Ritter on 1st and 10.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Bijan Robinson of the Falcons back onto the field.
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And to get one right there, that shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Ritter headed right off the option.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ritter to throw it. That's over the middle, caught by Chosen.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So we've come upon halftime.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame, because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. Hey, what's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Allison. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Ellison. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use the short field to get in for 6.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So out come the Falcons now. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go.
And the Falcon first down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Striker. 3-3. Drill. 52.
First down. Here's Ritter. That is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Robinson up the middle. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. They'll run on first down. Ellison flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down,
Ellison. Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Cowboys take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
43 rail. Ready.
Throwing on second and long. Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Jordan Lewis.
Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And again, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Cowboys get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And here now come the Falcons.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up. And this is going to be brought back for a final return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Throw, 52. Ready?
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Caught up, and I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And some room to work. Racing to the end zone. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Ritter now. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Ellison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
On 1st down, Ellison. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. A dynamo since the break. 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On second down, Ritter. That's into the hands of Chosen.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Touchdown! Michael Gallup, 28 yards.
And the Cowboys are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now Ritter. And this one too low.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Ritter got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4.
Pass taking it.
And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To the air again, it's Ritter. And he comes back with one complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Off the play fake, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They got 29 yards that time.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Now the extra point up and good by